As they say in Russian, oops, I should have predicted that someone could escape out of a ventilation shaft using discarded mirrors as stairs. Okay, now that we got the mandatory Murder Jones reference out of the way, check this thing out! Okay, maybe I was a little overexcited, but look! Okay, what am I talking? What is this thing? Well, I downloaded Train Sim World 5 on PC for once. Yippee. Using the Xbox app. I didn't realize that you could actually use the Xbox app, like your purchase on the Xbox, and download it on PC. Because once they had like the reduced timetable for Frankfurt S-Bahn, I was pretty disappointed. I was wondering, can I transfer my ownership to Steam or something now that I have a PC that can actually run this game? And I can't. But the thing is, I can use the Xbox app, and I didn't think much, and I didn't really think, or I did think eventually. I thought to myself, can I download mods? And well, would you look at that, we got a mod right here. Look at this beauty. A Soviet locomotive in Train Sim World. How cool is that? Now, this is an export model, I believe. Was it the TGK2? Come on, I did research on this thing. So they had like crazy amount of these things built, like 9,000, over 9,000 of these built. Most of them were for the wider Russian gauge and whatnot, but they did have some export models for standard gauge, which I believe is what this mod is based off of, but I don't know, all the glittering isn't like Russian and whatnot, so is it a combination of both? I don't know, but you're probably wondering, well, see, we're in Germany, how are we gonna connect two type of coupler selections? Well, the pop-up spoiled the surprise, but we got ourselves another mod, the translator vehicle, where we can actually select between a bunch of stuff. American coupling, this type of coupling, and would you look at that, the SA3 coupler, exactly the one we need. And on the other side, I feel like I'm ranking so slow. There we go. It's still a hook on the other side. Now, I did play around with this thing before I started, just to make sure that, you know, I knew what I was doing, because unfortunately the manual provided in the mod, wasn't working for some reason, and I mean, yeah, it does tell you what's going on, but the translation could be a little better. Like, I don't know what BL is, and obviously everything here is, like, all the labels are not in English. Oh, my dog is barking. So, when we sit down, I mean, there's no seat, the engine's gonna shut off. That is normal, so what we want to do is, oh yeah, by the way, Rail Driver also works with this, so, or it doesn't, oh wait, never mind, I lied. Yes, it works with Train Sim World on PC with the Xbox app, but it doesn't work very well with this locomotive, only the reverser and some throttles, but I mean, not the throttle. Oh, why can't I speak today? Only the. I'm too excited. This is so cool. Like using mods. This is so cool. I've been waiting for this moment. So, I can use the brakes, not the throttle. So yeah, and even then, I mean, it's very interesting. Like, it's very different locomotive setup, but that's what makes it cool, isn't it? So yeah, like I don't know what BL is, but when I was messing around, I just projector, I think that's a headlight. I just kind of turned everything on and it worked. I don't know if I don't really know what the blinds are. I think I'm already forgetting this. I'm too excited. This is just like so cool. Yeah, the guy who made this is super talented. Just absolutely fantastic mod. Um, yeah. Um, yeah, let's get everything on, and it's just for a mod, it just feels so polished and whatnot. There is another livery, I think. I just kind of chose the first one. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, we got another one here. I think there was a... Is that... I think that's... Yeah, I think... Give me just a second. Alright, so there's probably a big jump in the videos, kind of messing around, doing a little research, but I've decided I like this livery better, the Ukrainian livery, so we're gonna go with that instead of just a regular green. Also, I believe the, I believe the mod author is Ukrainian, and I know it goes without saying they're going through the country as a whole is going through some pretty rough times, so I think to show my support, we'll drive the Ukrainian version. Alright, so back to what we're doing. In fact, these things are like exported all over the place. Like I said, I did a little bit of research. There's like over 9,000 of these things built. Something crazy like that. Yeah, and now like a bunch of Soviet countries. You're also like, yeah, even made their way to like East Germany and Poland. These things were everywhere. And there's still few in service. Not too many, but yeah. So and I chose, well, I feel like Mr. Nitter Talbon is the like most like the best route to use this. I mean, I doubt they've ever ran here in real life, but I mean it's the only like Europe, it's like the only like European mainland European route that's not electrified, so it just kind of makes sense. So yeah, let's release the handbrake. We have to put this in engine start. And I have to hold starter. I'm going to use my rail driver, set the reverser forward. That's the way I figured, that's how I figured out how to do it. Bit of a weird procedure, but I think for everything else, like, I'm moving my rail driver lever right now, but the throttle isn't throttling. The brakes work, but just to make things easier, I think I'm just gonna... And we got the horn too. Just to make things easier, I'm going to use my controller, even though I don't want to. So, yeah, let's get this thing fired up. We're gonna mess around with it. A little loud, really. Oh, and look at that, we're coupled. Overall, just really impressive for a mod. And now it's back up this thing into this thing, and I'll form ourselves a train that we can actually drive. I think. I was having an issue with the brakes. I think. Do I open and close this? Something. I figured it out. I was messing around with it off camera. Wait. How do I do this? That 628 is leaving. Oh, I didn't even realize the AI honked its horn on this route. Yeah, don't mind me. I'm stupid and forgot how to drive this thing. Come on. We're almost. Alright. Maybe I just need to wait for it to release or charge or whatever. I'm just being impatient, that's all. Yeah, but overall, just for a mod, this is just so good. And I think there's one other custom locomotive mod available. It's like a Romanian locomotive, I think, but unfortunately I wasn't able to get it to work, so we're using this one instead, and it's just super good. Obviously, it's not perfect. Like, you can walk through this box. I don't even know what this box is. Is there a pop-up that just appeared? I don't know. What we store in this box? Probably a ton of vodka. Anyways, are the brakes breaking? What? We're moving. We're moving. We are moving. I gotta turn down my volume. That was loud. Come on. Let's see how well this thing does on the main line. Alright. Doing that the lazy way with the free cam. Alright. Not sure if I'm going all the way to the other side, but I'm gonna set my path for all the way to the other side. Let's see, what's a good, like, spot? What do you mean that's not a valid location? That looks like a valid location. That is a valid location, is it not? Wait a minute. Nope, they weren't lying when they said it wasn't a reachable location. Or, I mean, it is, but I have to, like, do a very weird switchback. That's weird and stupid. Why would I have to do that? Can I go here? No, I can't. So, I guess I'm going, like, one of these tracks. What do you mean? That looks like a totally valid location. Oh, it's also not. Okay. Why is the track set up like this? This is weird. Very weird. Alright, we're going here. Maybe I'll drop off some stuff on my way. Why does it have to wait for a moment? It's because they took over another service. It's probably because they took over another service, isn't it? What would I do? What would I do? I probably cut this part out. I'm gonna fix some stuff. Yeah, cut this part out. No one needs to see this part. Okay, continue, because we are back in business, I think. Now I wait for signal to change. Yeah, enough time to... I want to change... Never mind, we might have to cut this part out again. This is a single line track. Oh, well, wait. I don't have to cut it out. I'm in free roam. See this train in front of me? Would be a shame if I... Oops. There we go. Problem not solved. Yeah, you gotta be kidding me. Is nothing even blocking me? Come on. Come on, I got stuff to deliver. What is going on? None. Come on, I got stuff to deliver. What if I just move the path and create a new one? A tried and tested method never fails. Just delete the old one and do the new one. Never mind, the try and tested method didn't work. How sad. It's not even letting me, like, try to. Let's see. I think the brakes are releasing. Can we try and release this thing? Get it going? Come on, you got this. Oh, wait, maybe that's what this thing does. Like, I know it increases the RPM, but does it release the brakes? That would make sense. That makes sense. Cool. Yeah, we got beans to deliver. These are kind of big beans, too. They barely even look like beans. They look like rocks, but I know they're beans because the game said at one point. Yeah, those are, like, really big beans. I think we're moving. Oh, we're moving, alright. Oh yeah, we're moving. The signal still doesn't want us to move. And this guy is waiting for me. I got nothing to wait for. Screw you, game. I'm gonna do what I want. And it's probably gonna end my... What if I just saved the game? We'll start this thing up again. I feel like releasing the handbrake should probably be the last step, but I really don't care. I don't know what these do, but I've turned them on before and they never failed me, so maybe I shouldn't turn them on. I mean, what if that's why I was going so slow? You never know. Like, who knows what the blinds do? If only the manual worked, but for some reason it just wasn't working. I feel like these things should probably... I think they might be headlights or something. Yeah, if the mod creators watching this, this is a fantastic mod. You absolutely cooked, but please fix the manual because I have no idea what I'm doing. And, alright. Alright, I think we're doing something wrong again. Do I close these? I think. This is released. Oh man, I don't know. I just don't know. The something. The something does the something. And I am losing it. Now I'm beginning to think maybe I should have turned on whatever it was I turned on here. The engine hydro transmission thingy things. Yeah, see, there we go. I should trust in my gut from earlier. Oh, yeah. And I hit 2 card. Come on, back up. A little more. Don't be shy. Please. Back up. More. No, it doesn't want to work. Oh, wait, I had the brakes fully applied for some reason. I'll figure it out eventually. Soon. Soon. Yeah, there we go. Finally, we're hooked up. Alright, let's set this path to the other side of the line. Anywhere, can I pull here? Yeah, there we go. Maybe I'll make some stops along the way. How did the signal change? Does train just not like this route? Can we get this thing to move? Come on. There we go. I have a feeling maybe like this locomotive doesn't want set junctions because these should be set for me. Wait, that signal is set. I think. Where are we going? Why is it appearing on my heads-up display? Is there something in front of me or behind me or what's going on? I can't tell what's going on. Alright, the brakes are released, I think. That's released, that's released. Let's go. Yeah, sorry if my voice is off. My allergies have been bad. I've been a little bit sick. I'm just kind of all over the place today. Oh, we're moving. Where the brakes just... Oh, it's because I have my rail driver connected. And it's... Give me a sec. Alright, I turned off my rail driver. That should hopefully help. Yeah, we're moving. We're doing this. Is there a train on the line? Well, guess what? Not anymore. Yeah, signal's clear. Let's go. Alright, we are in business now, and how fast are we going? Not fast. But we are moving. I don't know why it's not telling me, like, giving me the heads-up display thing. But whatever. I really want to test this thing, see what it's capable of. And I'm probably driving it wrong. There's maybe, like, saying the regulator makes it go faster. We're moving, though. We're moving. We're going places. We are going places. Wonder if it's got, like, any additional interior cameras. No, it doesn't. But whatever. I mean, still, this is just... I can't get over how good of a mod this is. Like I said, the guy who created this, super talented, just fantastic work. I think he says he's, like, making a route for it, too. Like, an actual, like, with the, like, wider rushing gauge or whatever. But, yeah, just super talented. Ooh, look at that. We got 103. I got a photo. There. Okay, let's get a photo of this. Ooh, look at... Yeah. This is a good photo. Ooh. I'm getting distracted easy, but wow. Will this be the thumbnail shot? Probably not, but it is a good photo nonetheless. And I gotta remember that I cannot, like, press the button on my controller. I have to actually use my keyboard now. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely have to give that other timetable mod a try. The one that gives the modern timetable looks super cool, but unfortunately I just could not get it to work no matter how hard I tried. Alright, we are going up a bit of a hill. I kind of wish I had my rail driver plugged in so I could see the speedometer easier. Why is it all the way over there? Like, I guess so you can see it from both sides and it's cheaper than installing 2 speedometers. I mean, who needs a speedometer anyway? Just guess how fast you're going. What's the worst that can happen? I'm gonna save the game, even though, like, this is free roam. I'm just driving it for why not? For the funny. Because it's funny. It's a funny looking thing. And it's cool. I like cool things, and I'm losing. Yeah. It's very cool. I feel like there should be a way to make it go faster. Maybe this just really is as fast as... Well, I mean, clearly not. It says it can go, like, 60, and we're going less than 20. Come on, I know you're capable of more than this. We going... Alright, just a bit of downhill. Maybe we'll gain some speed, but... Come on. I know you're better than this. It is small, though. I don't think it was intended for... I mean, this is a main line, this is a branch line. But I don't think it was intended for branch line use. I don't think it was intended for branch line, let alone main line use. So, I think it was just... I don't think this thing was ever intended to leave the yard, but... Unfortunately, it ended up in my hands, so we're doing some funny stuff with it. I mean, with this coupler mod, we can basically connect anything to anything, so maybe I'll just, like, hook up to a TGV or something, and I'll get to go faster. Another cool thing about mods is I can make my keyboard go faster. Like the free cam. I can have like proper rolling shots now. Look at that. There we go now. Got downhill, we're finally getting some speed. 25. There we go. Let's get a good photo. I feel like you don't get enough like photos from the top view. Like I feel like it's usually angled downwards. Yeah, this thing is clearly very slow. We're not making it all the way, but I think that's where you can. That's the jump route hop to Mittenwald Bond. I don't know. Maybe we'll drop off. Probably just go to that place. How fast are we going now? Oh, we're going close to 40. There we go. We just had to be downhill because this thing is definitely not. I'm definitely not using this thing for its intended purpose. Can I go here? No, I can't. Can I go here? No, I can't. Here? Yes, I can. Sweet. Alright. Let's at least make it here. There we go. We're actually getting close to line speed now. Yeah. It doesn't seem like my player model is appearing, but like I said, I can excuse all those little things. This is still like such a good, cool mod. Looks like we do. Why is it? It's not showing me the slopes and the grade anymore, but we are going uphill slightly. Oh yeah, using this thing for things it wasn't intended to be used for. Going on the... Well, I want to say using on the main, but this is not the main, this is a branch line. Using it on a track that isn't a yard track or whatever. Oh, 1.1% grade. That's not going to be good. But I still believe in this little thing. Come on. You got this. It's like the little engine that could, but it's a diesel and it drinks vodka. Come on, you got this. We're so close. Come on. Come on. We're almost there. Does that stick drift? Why did my stick go like that? Joystick. I'm not using the drifty controller, though. I'm using a different controller because I have one paired for my Xbox, one paired for my PC. Alright, I don't think we're... It is flattening a little bit. It's not even telling me how far we have to go. We're just gonna... I don't know, but we're going places, that's for sure. Please. Make it up the hill. Make it up the hill. We're almost there. We're almost there. Come on. Yeah, I think having the RPM set up high is helping. We're almost there. I think. We're probably not almost there. And by almost there, I mean almost at top of the hill. I know what I'm talking about. Okay. I didn't mean to fast travel to a station, but whatever. I gotta get cough drops, see if I can do that while the train's still running. I should have sounded the horn, but I am not at the controls right now. What? It's flat now? That's good. I think we're picking up speed. So I never really elaborated on the whole manual not working thing. I think I was acting a little too silly. I get silly sometimes. Anyways, what happened to my cough drop bag? It's like the zipper ripped off and now I can't close it. Anyways, I'm getting distracted. The manual. When you download a mod, it'll come with a manual. I tried to download it, but Notepad was being annoying and it never loaded. So I tried using Notepad++, and all the text was like jumbled up gibberish and random characters. It didn't work. Oh no, I think I'm getting stick drift on this thing. Now I'll have to buy even more of those Hall Effect joystick modules. It's a very low bridge. Is it tall enough to fit a Dosto underneath? Is it tall enough to fit a Jivo underneath, perhaps? What station is this? That's that name I'm not even gonna try and pronounce. Yeah, we're barely even able to hit line speed. I don't think this locomotive was intended for such use. At least we're keeping pace with the road traffic. Barely. Not even. But it's a steady downhill. We are gaining speed again. Will it still run if I stand? It does. Yeah, I can't even see my amperage. Is that amperage? It might not be. It just is A. I automatically assume that, but I don't think this is a diesel electric. I think it's a hydraulic. Oh, what just happened? I almost fell off. Of course, I'm going so slow that probably would have been able to run back up onto it. Not gonna test that theory though. And all of a sudden, it's now telling me I got 7 kilometers left. Cool. And also, I can position my camera on the invisible wall that has the fence, and I can see from higher up. Wonder if I put my camera here, can I see even higher? Oh wow, that's kind of high. Wow. Anyways, I'm getting too silly. I gotta go back to being a serious train driver. Born to be silly, forced to be serious. What a sad world we live in. There we go, we've gained some decent speed. Yeah, now we're going places. Yeah, the translator vehicle mod is super cool. Like, it has a couple different pieces of rolling stock and even a couple locomotives so you can swap out the coupler on the go, basically. Very handy. And it's got every single coupler type in the game, including the SA3 for this mod. Very cool. I keep forgetting I can hold shift and go faster. I miss being able to do that. I miss being able to do this. You used to not be able to do it with the, or you're not able to do it with the immersion camera settings. Maybe it always was a feature if you had a keyboard. I don't know. But now I know it's a feature. How we doing on time? It's... yeah, I think, I mean... oh, actually, we got a decent downhill here. Is it gonna tell me how long? For a little bit. Let's see how much speed we can get. Can we hit line speed? That's the goal. The speedometer goes all the way to 120, but this thing get... whoa, what just happened? As I was saying, this thing definitely cannot go 120. Okay, carefully hop back on the train. Carefully hop back on the train. I am not carefully hopping back on the train. I fell off the train. Oh, no. What do I do? Can I fast travel? Yes, I want give up control if it means... why is the game not responding? Come on, game. There we go. Oh no, runaway train, here it comes. There we go. I thought we were gonna have Unstoppable Soviet Edition, but I guess not. Actually, we're nearly halfway there. We might be able to... oh, nope, never mind. We got, like, actually, I got an idea. Mittenwald Bond. I can route hop right there. Not right there, but... what if I bring it to the summit of that route? And see how fast I can go. Oh, I just got some shenanigans in mind indeed. Also, another really cool mod. Check this out. if it would let me, I can spawn an F7 that from the Holiday Express that spawns a Jeep. Or, sorry, train, I think you're not letting me spawn my thing. There we go. Check this out. This mod lets you, spawn the Jeep from the Holiday Express anywhere with the F7. By the way, I'll link all these mods in the description. The actual locomotive, the translator cars, and this Jeep thing, since I'm using it so I can get to the Mittenwaldbahn. It'll be short, but yeah, it's faster if we drive, and with the magic of mods I can drive. The sky is dimming, and would you look at that, it's Carl the Turtle. And we're gonna use him to route hop. Maybe I should actually add the car before I do that. Look at that. We're on the Mittenwaldbahn. And where's the summit? I think it's... This is the summit, right? Is it? No, I think... No, it's just the halfway point. I think just like the border between Germany and Austria. Somewhere up here is the summit. Like, I think right here is the summit. This is taking a bit to load. Alright, so that train is going that way, and well, that's uphill. Sorry, you're gonna have to go. You're getting in the way of our shenanigans. I don't usually do shenanigans, but when I do, I'm gonna make sure they're good shenanigans. Let's see how fast we can get this thing to go. Alright. Alright. Let's see. Let's start this thing up. Alright. Oh, I should probably set a path before the game kills me for wearing a red signal. Alright, let's see how fast this can go. Oh my god, the throat, allergies, cold, sickness, whatever is wrong with me. Not fun. But what is fun is seeing how fast I can get this thing to go and doing things that the manufacturer never intended. Oh yeah, we are flying. Gonna make this the fastest SG... That's what it's called, the SGK3, I think. The SGK3. Oh, no, I mean to fall out. No, 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 no. No. Editor's note, cut this part out. Alright. I think if you hit Control 0, it worked. We're back in. You just had to click Control 0. And dear God, 100. I paid for a whole speedometer. I will use the whole speedometer. I fell out again. Alright, where's the cab lights? Cab lights, I need cab lights. Yeah, there we go. Now we can see how fast we're going. This speedometer was never intended to be used to its fullest potential, but unfortunately, today, I felt rather silly. 120, that's 75 freedom units. Who knows, it could be going why do I keep falling out? We could be going even faster. As a speedometer, it tells you how fast I'm going. This game doesn't, and we're currently going 132. Can we go faster before we derail? 133. 134. How is this not derailed yet, or like blown up? This isn't Derail Valley, so it wasn't intended to be derailed. 135. I don't like that, the way that signal looks. I think I'm supposed to stop. Nope, I'm not. I can keep going. How have we not derailed? Oh my god, 136. We're going over double the speed limit. And, over double the speed limit and over double what this thing is designed to go, and probably like triple what it's actually capable of going without, gravity involved. Oh my god. One 133. Again, we lost some speed on that flat part. Wish I'm gonna make it to the end of the hill before I derail. Can we hit 140? It doesn't seem to want to go any faster than like 136. Why does it say I'm going under the speed limit? I'm going double it. This game is drunk. Oh, we finally hit 137. $138. There is a timetable mod for this route that adds a modern timetable, but requires the expert DVBR 101, so now we actually have a reason to get that DLC. But it'll probably never go on sale. $138 still. Yeah, I don't think we're derailing. This is gonna... Something's happening. Whatever it is, it's not gonna be good. How have we not derailed? Is this thing like magnetically attracted to the rails or something? Yeah, we lost a lot of speed. We're at the bottom. Now we're going like 120. But still, I created the world's fastest, what's this thing called again? The TGK2. I created the world's fastest TGK2, so... yeah. And We passed a red signal. Okay, I think that was enough shenanigans for today. Alright, I think that's probably gonna be it. It started off with a bunch of yapping and then some hauling and then trying to turn it into a bomb. But there we go. That is the TGK3 mod. Super awesome mod. I'll link in the description. Definitely, if the creator of this mod happens to be watching this video by some miracle, you did a great job. You're a legend. I love you platonically. Anyways, that's gonna be it for today's video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Probably a lot less chaotic, but you never know. I might be feeling silly again. Alright, I'll see you guys. Bye.